What's going on, my fellow troops? My name is Xavvo, and yeah, welcome back to Modern Warfare 3. I did not expect to be back on this game so soon. Honestly, the last time I played this was at the end of last year, and I was just kind of figuring that, like, yeah, after Black Ops 6 came out, there probably would be many years until I'd have to return to this. But no, we're back again, and it's not actually because I wanted to particularly return to this. It's actually because recently if you didn't see it, I made a video talking about Black Ops 6 and why it needs to do certain things to change it to be a better game, and what Black Ops 7 could learn from to actually be a better game for, you know, 2025, because it's competing with, like, Battlefield 6 and a bunch of other games. Which, speaking of which, I've never played Battlefield before, guys, but I looked at Battlefield 6, and that shit looks really good, so I might actually even switch content to Battlefield stuff, or I might do a mix. It depends how, you know, Black Ops 7 does this year. But yeah, we're back on MW3, and it's mainly because everybody has been trying to tell me that, oh, this game's better than Black Ops 6, and this one was way better in terms of skill-based matchmaking, better maps, better gunplay, all this sort of shit, right? And I played this game, right? I played this game for its lifespan, and I'm telling you, you're wrong. Needless to say, we're gonna hop in and just see what we've missed, essentially, since just last year. So we've got all the shipments 24/7, yeah, small map, mosh pit, get higher is still in here. That was like one of the better things they did for this game, was like the whole parkour game mode, because actually playing the game was kind of boring. Cutthroat, invasion, yeah, most of these modes I was not playing. OG mosh pit, so this has Afghan, derail, estate, favela, high rise, quarry, rust. Yeah, it's basically got all the kind of old maps. You know, we'll play that actually. Basically, I played this game through its lifespan. Any of you who've been around here long enough will actually know that, and my channel was doing pretty poorly around that time. Like, I was getting the least amount of views that I'd probably been getting in years. I mean, it was kind of like a repeat of what happened with Cold War and with Vanguard. I had a terrible viewership during that time, and it wasn't really particularly great with MW2. Granted, this game did give me a step up in views since MW2, but that's not saying much. Black Ops 6, as of recently especially, I've had the best views I've had in a long time on this channel. Probably nearly as good as what I was getting with, like, Modern Warfare 2019. But with Modern Warfare 2019, I was having constant videos popping off. So, I mean, I was milking the search results. But needless to say, though, Black Ops 6 has been doing the best on my channel. And if that doesn't say anything about the community enjoying Black Ops 6, I don't know what does. So, yeah, we're just going to hop in, if we can even find a lobby. We're still searching, and I've been sat in this for maybe 30 seconds or more. So, I'm not really sure if the lobbies always took this long. I mean, I think they did used to take a while, but it doesn't really look like there's anybody running OG Mosh Pit. This is supposed to be the game from last year, man. Oh, there we go. Wow. Okay, we've got oh, okay, yep, it's filling in. We've got a bunch of people in here. Right, people are voting on Afghan. I'm not really sure which map I enjoyed more. I guess Afghan was a better map. I think the only good thing about this game was that it was basically setting up Call of Duty for what it needed for Black Ops 6 and for future Call of Duty games. Like, it brought back map voting, it brought back the red dots on mini-maps. It had a pretty streamlined camo grind, I'm pretty sure. There was that. And I can't even really remember what else it did. I mean, it brought back some fan-favorite maps. That was something pretty good. They brought back slide cancelling, or like tack sliding, sort of. It was like half slide cancelling, but it wasn't really much like 2019's whatsoever. But yeah, really, it did a few things, but it didn't do everything that we needed. And I think that's where Black Ops 6 really excelled, because it brought back the classic prestige system, and it brought back round base for zombies. I remember that. Black Ops 6 also, I mean, it brought back a lot of, like, more streamlined shaped maps. So, right, what were our classes? Wow, we had some pretty interesting classes in this game. Let's go with the WSP. Okay, wow, I've got my stims as that. Okay, so I'm using the typical... Okay, hang on, wait a minute. I'm kind of liking the way the gunplay feels, I'm not gonna lie. Here's the thing, right? I remember this game being really sweaty, right? The skill-based matchmaking in this game wasn't actually much better than any of the previous games, and I mean, I don't know how it is now. I mean, granted, it'll probably be a lot different now, with Black Ops 6 being the most recent game, and this one being kind of abandoned like every other Call of Duty release. But during the lifespan, this game was getting all kinds of shit off the community. It was not doing well for content. I was having the sweatiest lobbies possible when I was playing in this game back in the prime time. I mean, look, right here, I'm not even really getting very lucky here, am I? Everyone's, like, kind of sitting around with snipers. I mean, this game, literally, the main thing going for it was multiplayer. Zombies was kind of okay, but that was mainly because I was just coping for content. I mean, I literally was playing zombies just to do the camo grind. After that, I couldn't be bothered because it was just rinse repeating like a DMZ-style game mode. And campaign, let's not even get started on the campaign. Like, that shit was absolutely horrendous. Like, I'm just getting demolished. I can't get anybody with this fucking gun, man. Like, I don't know what the metas are in this game, but these guns don't seem to be doing too great. Yeah, I'm already wanting to leave that match. Holy fuck, man. Yeah, people talking about there being no sweats, you're full of shit. There's still people trying in this game, and that's in the OG mosh pit. So let's go small map mosh pit. So yeah, this game, I didn't particularly enjoy it. I mean, I said I did, but that was because it was the best, basically the best polished turd of the past 4 years previous to it. It wasn't exactly my ideal Call of Duty. I've always stood by the fact that my last Call of Duty that I truly enjoyed was either Black Ops 4 or Modern Warfare 2019. Because in those games, I was not interested in camos for like most of their game. In fact, Black Ops 4, I never cared about camos in that game. I was just playing for fun. It was MW 2019 when they brought the stickers out, wasn't it? And the decals. But I had like the stickers and decals just stuck all over my weapons and like whatever charm I could get. And I was just using like the most ugliest looking weapons with pretty shitty attachments. And I was just enjoying myself, even with that slow, clunky ass movement and the massive ass maps. I really enjoyed MW 2019 during its prime, you know. And the fact that I got Damascus on like every weapon, I just don't know how I did that shit. 100 camos on every weapon. So MW 2019 was probably the last time I truly enjoyed a Call of Duty, just for the pure shits and the giggles, just for fun. And then after that, every Call of Duty game kind of became this kind of camo grind simulator. And I think the community knows what I mean by that. Like, we just all played the games and we were hyped to do the camo grind. And then when the camo grind wasn't there and we only had a few little events here and there that was sparingly put into the game, we kind of just got bored and we would start shitting on the game and saying how much of a bad game it was. So it wasn't really like this game was exempt from that. Like, this game was kind of just okay. It was nothing really amazing. Wow, we've got Chinese players sliding around sweating on us in 2025 in this game. That's nuts. I don't know what you guys are talking about. What the fuck? My 2 matches on and people are already sweating. Like, here's the thing. The gunplay, it just feels okay. Black Ops 6's kind of feels like okay as well, but like slightly like Black Ops Cold Wars. And I personally was more of a fan of like the Black Ops Cold War or MW 2019 feel. This game isn't like MW 2019. It's very much like Vanguard in the way that the guns feel when you shoot them. And I'm not really a big fan of Vanguard shooting, if you guys don't know me. That game felt like you were shooting water pistols. And Black Ops Cold War, I used to say that game felt like you were firing water pistols. But Vanguard was just like a step up from that. They made everything feel super lifeless, you know? See what I mean? I've already been sweated on. And this is my 2nd match on. I can't get people, man. These guns either have terrible fucking range, and that's impossible, because these are the best class setups that I made for the game at the time. And class setups don't change after the game has gotten ditched in the past, you know? They don't change. So even my classes have just somehow miraculously gotten worse, or these guys are actually just sweats, and they've got, like, the most broken weapons possible. I just don't know, man. I did not enjoy this game, and I'm already feeling kind of bored just playing this after 2 matches, like... It doesn't matter if I get kills. It doesn't matter if my game goes well for me. I'm just not really enjoying this, and I never really did enjoy it all that much. Like, it's just super forgettable. This game's super forgettable. I mean, you've already got people trying to leave the game on the other team, and they're doing well. So, I mean, that just goes to show that, you know, even if you're doing well, the game just isn't that fun. And hey, look, I'm not trying to shit on anybody for enjoying this game. If you enjoy this game, that's absolutely fine. Like, you can enjoy whatever game you enjoy, but I'm just telling you, I think Black Ops 6 is a better game than this. Even with the problems that it has, you know, it's still way better than this game by miles. In terms of, like, content, people are saying that this game's better just because this game's fully rounded. This game's had its Halloween event. It's had everything. So it's easier to say that when, you know, this game's got basically more content than Black Ops 6 has. Because Black Ops 6 is only just coming now up onto Season 5. This game has its 6 seasons, you know. It's had all of its content. So it's not really a fair measurement of the games being, you know, better than each other when you're comparing how much content they have. I swear Halloween's always, like, the best highlight of the game's lifespan. That's where, like, all the cool Halloween crossovers come into the game and we get really cool maps. Speaking of which, this map, Mad Cow, I think it is. I think it's Mad Cow, right? No, Drive-Thru. Mad Cow was the Halloween variant of Meat, wasn't it? But yeah, Drive-Thru. This map was a Halloween variant, right? It was a Halloween special map. Yeah, I just can't stomach these matches, man. Every single one of these matches, I just want to leave them. Like, it's just not fun. I don't know what to tell you guys. This game just wasn't good. You can say, oh, it's because you're not good. No, mate, I was doing pretty well in this game. You can actually go back and watch my class setups or just in general my MW3 kind of videos where I was reviewing blueprints or events. I would go into some games and I'd be getting in the top 3 without effort. And that I could have taken days away, weeks away, and I would have been still dominating my lobbies. I'm telling you, I did not have a good year with this game. I was basically coping. I was just making whatever content I could based on what was coming into the game, and I was just not enjoying it. It was a bundle-infused cosmetic mess, just like Black Ops 6, with Black Cell littered everywhere, trying to get you to pay for better rewards for Battle Pass, and everything just dragged. It was a super, super boring experience. It was better than MW2, like I say, basically because of its movement and slightly better maps, and maybe some other features they brought back, but other than that, really was nothing to gloat about. It was just a very mid Call of Duty game, and I think the reason I prefer Black Ops 6 is mostly because it's just a Treyarch game. It's more colorful. The maps just feel or look nicer, in my opinion. I just prefer that kind of feeling to the maps where everything's kind of more vivid and open, and it's not like these kind of like dark, grungy, depressing maps that a lot of these ones were. And I also just like that Black Ops 6 had faster movement. It has the Omni movement, which is debatable. Like, some of it's okay. Like, I kind of like the sliding and stuff, but I don't like how people have mastered it in this way where you can't really, you know, take them out because they're diving and doing a fucking spin turn mid-air. So there's hit or misses to like Black Ops 6's movement and then like other features they've had in there and the sweats, but I genuinely enjoy Black Ops 6 way more than this game, and that's just my opinion at the end of the day. I can't really take that away from anybody. If you enjoy this, like I say, you're more than entitled to enjoy whichever Call of Duty game you enjoy, but that also means I'm entitled to enjoy whichever Call of Duty game I'm entitled to enjoy. And I think a lot of people just were getting kind of annoyed at me, trying to say there's no way you think Black Ops 6 is better than MW3. I genuinely do. I actually have had more fun in Black Ops 6 than I have with this game. And both of these games I've been taking mass amounts of time away from and not playing much of it. I don't know if that's just because I'm growing up or if it's because I'm finding other interests like playing guitar, you know, listening to music. That's something I absolutely love doing. And just, you know, going to the gym, going outside, spending time watching movies, doing other stuff that's just kind of in the real world. I have more fun doing stuff like that. So both of these games, it's kind of been the same shtick where I've just been playing them sparingly and just not being that interested in playing them consistently because I just kind of get exhausted, you know. What I am noticing though is they've brought back the original shipment. I didn't think they would have done that because they got rid of the original shipment in MW3 and I think they replaced Shipmus as the shipment map, but it seems that they've put it back as Shipmus and this one's the shipment map. So hey, I guess that's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Granted, we all used to talk about how terrible and dreary the shipment map was because it was the one from MW2. Alright, here we go. We're gonna go Lockwood class. Wow, where's my camo? Bro, I have Orion. Why is my Orion camo not on this shit? He was shooting at the floor. Brother, what the fuck? Okay, let's go with the SVA, actually. The SVA is way more broken. Oh, I'm pretty sure I have colorblind settings on to make this game look more vivid, and it's still dreary as fuck compared to Black Ops 6. This map was so fucking miserable, like... Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't know how anyone enjoys this game more than Black Ops 6. I really don't get it. I truly don't get it. And these fucking terrible prestige systems. Like, why the fuck do I have level 767? It's the most bloated and meaningless fucking leveling system you could ever have. Like, people can say whatever stupid, naive bullshit they want to say about classic prestige. Like, oh, classic prestige is fucking boring and pointless. You just do all that leveling up just to reset it all. That's the point, man. That's what we had for absolutely years in Call of Duty, and everybody loved it. Because at least it gave you a grind, and every single time you reset, you were going up another prestige. It was like you were mastering prestiging and leveling. It was like you had this other mini grind to do. It was like the road to prestige master and shit. And the logos for like the prestige icons were really fucking cool, but it was way better than this fucking bloated level 1000 fucking level 700 leveling system where you had seasonal prestige. It was so bad. Like, you know what? Most fun I had in this game, other than, like, maybe the Halloween event, and, I mean, the WWE event was kind of okay. I thought it was a bit goofy, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a bit stupid. I don't know if this gameplay is too loud. I might turn it down a bit. Other than, like, some little moments like that, my most favorable memories of this game was when I was just kind of sat playing the really basic-ass zombies mode. You know, the DMZ-ass zombies game mode. Because that's what zombies was in this game. And I was just rinse repeating that and listening to loads of music. That's the main thing I can remember. Like, it was during, I don't know if it was mid-2024 or whatever the fuck. Like, I was just listening to a fuck ton of nu metal. This was before I'd properly gotten into, like, all the thrash and the death metal shit. But I was just listening to a bunch of, like, nu metal bands like Linkin Park and Korn and shit and Slipknot. I was just listening to all these different bands whilst playing and grinding zombies. And that took the edge off of it. It kind of made it a bit more enjoyable. But that's like the main fun I had, and that was because it included music. And like, as I say, music is a key thing that I enjoy so much with my free time now. So like, that's not really saying much, is it, really? If I had to have music on to mindlessly distract me from playing this game. Look, I'm in second place, and I just can't even be bothered concluding this match. I just want to leave it and get this video over and done with. There you go. That's MW3 in 2025. One thing I think is kind of weird since coming back to this, and I know it's a good thing they've separated this from the COD HQ in this kind of way that it has to be connected. They've kind of separated it so the achievements and stuff are like its own thing, and it's not combining Black Ops 6 achievement points with all the other stuff. But when I came back on this, I shit you not, it was just unlocking all of these again. I know I didn't finish the campaign. I did like 2 missions into that shit, and it was just so fucking bad, you know. And everyone spoiled the ending anyway, saying that they'd offed soap for no fucking reason, just to be like the original MW3. So I didn't really play MW3's campaign. Anyway, yeah, the achievements were randomly re-unlocking themselves when I booted this game up, because I had to reinstall this game separately with Game Pass, which just doesn't make any sense. I already owned the game. It was the last Call of Duty that I actually got on physical copy, and I didn't get them on physical copy after this, because frankly, I didn't even really want to get this on physical copy. I just kind of did it because I'm used to getting stuff on physical copy. And I actually was intending at some point to get Black Ops 6 on physical copy, even though I've had it free this entire year, just, you know, from Game Pass. But yeah, I just didn't really think much of this game. I thought it was just kind of a glorified DLC game that was just slightly better than MW2. And Black Ops 6 was like a refreshment for me. I wanted that game to drop. I have enjoyed it for the most part. I would definitely play it any other day of the week than MW3. But I definitely am hoping for a better Black Ops 7, you know, like just a much better game that hopefully takes a lot of the older qualities that we used to have and just really makes it a fun, enjoyable experience again. But that's MW3 in 2025, just a year later. Or maybe actually at this point, it'll be about 9-10 months or 11 months, so nearly a year. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. I have obviously switched the setup around. Instead of us being over there facing this way, it's now that I'm facing myself this way. So I've kind of moved my shit around, and it's mainly just so I could get to my shelf a lot easier. I know the lighting isn't as great over here, so I might consider moving it again, who knows. But I think this is kind of a lot nicer having my setup here. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to drop a like on the video, leave a comment letting me know what you thought of this game, if you enjoy it more than Black Ops 6, I don't know. And yeah, be sure to subscribe for more Call of Duty content and potentially Battlefield 6 if that comes out and I end up getting it. So stay tuned for all that good stuff. We're doing a bunch of little different stuff at the moment, but mainly we're a Call of Duty channel. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.